Happy 4th of July, everybody. So, we just saw Inside Out. And I want to be the first to say that it's very creative. Very, very creative. It's probably the most creative since Toy Story?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I've said this many times over, but finally, a Pixar project that is not a sequel or a prequel. This is the Pixar we all know and love. It has everything you've come to expect from a Pixar movie. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's heartbreaking, it's so creative. I just love the setup. So,
yeah.
Alright, here's the story. This little girl, it takes place in her head, and 5 different sides of her personality, which is joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. And they all just... She goes through a midlife crisis. She moves to another town, and...
It's not really a midlife crisis. It's what I'd like to call stress.
Yeah, basically. And which you would think fear would play a part in this, but no, it's not that. Sadness and joy get separated from where they're supposed to operate with her mood. In fact, that's what this movie should be called, Mood Swing the Movie.
Or The Life of Amanda.
Well, her name is Riley, so...
Yeah, no.
And basically, sadness and joy have to work their way and learn from one another to get back and restore joy to... No, not joy. Riley, sorry. Riley to her rightful place.
And I do have to say, I enjoy the characters a lot.
And that's the thing. They all represent different personalities, but they play it so well and so funny.
Like, I think my favorite thing is that the parents are stereotypical sitcom-esque type characters. You see, like, they don't have the clueless mom, they don't have the dad.
They're actually genuine people.
Yeah, they
like this is
her.
how a mother and a father would talk to a kid. So yeah. Kudos for that.
And it's great because they're understanding. They understand why she's upset, and they try to help her as best they can. And it's just heartbreaking because you know that they really care about her, and she just goes through all this turmoil, and they're just trying to help so much, but they don't know how.
Yeah, and like I said, this is classic Pixar, and they already announced their next Pixar movie, which I'm really hyped to see, so...
Yeah.
They did not waste any time to get this out.
2 Pixar movies in a year. That's a new record.
Yes, it is. And... What was the last Pixar movie? Was it Monsters University?
Yeah, it was Monsters University.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's Monsters University.
Unless we missed something, just tell us.
I think it was Monsters University. But, I liked how all the emotions had their own...
There were some actually genuine heartbreaking moments.
I actually cried twice.
I didn't. I was disgusted.
Yeah. And not to give anything away, but at the ending credits, you actually do get to see other people's emotions and how they interact. Yeah,
it's played for laughs, but it's just interesting just diving into other people's psyche, like what they think.
Like a bus driver, how all of his emotions are anger.
Yeah, anger is the president. He's running the whole show.
I do like how, not to give anything away, but there is like a sort of sense of desperation in the story. Like,
I just love the creative world, like, inside their heads. Like, there's like a whole labyrinth of like long-term memories, and they're all mixed with fear, anger, sadness, and so on and so forth. That's what I do like about that, and there's like different islands which like represent
her personality and
yeah.
things that are important to her.
Yeah, like family, honesty, and friendship, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and it's amazing because it's not really... It's a movie about emotion, but it's a movie about change and how it can affect your emotions.
And that's what's so great about Pixar. In my opinion, Pixar is like the best movie company that just touches everyone. And I know Disney does this too, but Pixar, they know they know exactly what target audience to go for. They can hit both kids and adults, and I know I watched a lot of Disney movies, but never have I seen another movie company like Pixar who just can hit both kids and adults so much alike. In fact, the only most adult Pixar movie I have seen thus far is probably The Incredibles because of its content.
True, but
It does get a little darker, but it's... because if it's Pixar, it's never, like, too dark or too lighthearted. So even The Incredibles had something to offer, so...
I was kind of afraid that this was going to be a movie about, like, puberty or something like that. But
I was
no.
ready for those jokes. I was ready for
But
those.
there's only one joke at the
Yeah,
end.
it's at the end, and it's very glanced over.
Yeah, it's like, what does that do? I don't know, probably nothing.
Well, Baymax says that you are going through puberty again. Because we haven't had that yet.
No, I think what I appreciate is that it is about, you know, this young girl, this pre-pubescent girl who's pretty much going through a lot of change, a lot of stress, and being somebody who's moved around a lot, I can identify with what she's feeling. I understand what it's like to go through those emotions. Like, you know, it is a whirlwind of emotions, where it's like fear,
New
sadness,
world, new
anger.
environment,
Yeah.
you don't know how to handle it.
And it's pretty neat. Like, there's just this whole world inside her head that just forms so many things. There's imagination land, there's abstract thought, there's
And
train of thought. There's just a lot of things to it that just make it so unique and interesting.
And, of course, like almost every family movie, there is that one comedic character who is just so over-the-top goofy, like Aladdin has the genie, and Frozen has Olaf, and you know who I'm talking about. And I like what they're doing nowadays with comedic characters. They're doing them right.
They're giving them more heart to them.
Yeah, they're still, you know, bumbling, stupid, and nice, but...
What I liked about this character, not to give anything away of who he is, what I liked about him was that he really did care, and he did do his best to make sure that everything was okay, and he worked hard to make sure that...
And just like Olaf from Frozen, he was optimistic and hopeful and very lighthearted, and he was... I just like how he cared so much about what was going to happen to Riley.
Yeah, and I do like, there's just moments of clarity in the story where it's like character development. Like, the character development is really, really well. Like, the thing with Joy is that she's very stubborn, but then she kind of comes to realize something very important, and then she utilizes that later on in the film.
I think a lot of development goes to sadness the most.
Yeah, like, she kind of...
She's still sad on her own, but it's like she's overcoming her low self-esteem-ish.
And it's what makes it great is that Joy kind of watches sadness and sees all the things that she does and realizes that she is as important as all the other emotions.
And is it me, or is sadness really, really look like Velma? The turtleneck, the glasses, and the hair? Come on, tell me you don't see it.
Yeah, she was so cute too. I'm sorry.
Her design is adorable.
It is, and she just like hides her face.
The way she walks, it's so cute.
And that one scene where she hides her face like...
And her little turtleneck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this movie is a cluster of emotions, but it works so well in how creative it is inside Riley's head. And
they don't make her character annoying or anything like that while she's going through these emotions.
It's very identifiable.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't mean she's a sad stick in the mud. She's a normal kid.
Yeah, she's just a kid that's going through a big change. We've all been through big changes before that are scary, and we're not sure
and we don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect, and that's the scary thing. And optimism can only get you so far. Sometimes you just need to sit down and cry about it.
And, okay, that's pretty much all the positive stuff, and I know that's not saying much, but it's really good, but, what are the flaws?
There's not a whole lot that comes to mind.
Yeah, there's so much goodness in this movie, I can't find any hard flaws with it, so it's pretty much just one of those movies where you have to nitpick in order to see flaws.
I'll probably have to see it again, just to sit there and go like, okay,
or just wait until CinemaSins touches this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are flaws that we might have overlooked, let us know, but I can't remember any of them because this movie just got me so invested in what it was talking about.
And I mean, I think the thing that makes it great is that it balances out Riley's life with the emotions. And yeah, it's more about the emotions than it is about Riley, but it's enough that you know what's going on. You don't have to see her day-to-day life to know exactly how she's feeling. That's where the emotions come in. You just see her interaction with other people while her emotions are going haywire.
Yeah, I just really love how it deals with, you know, real life problems with what would happen when a 12-year-old girl just goes through all of this. It's just so real, and they don't sugarcoat it either.
There's even one moment where she decides to do something really drastic, and like I said, you have to see the movie for yourself because I don't want to spoil it, but it is very drastic, and you just think to yourself, oh gosh, no, don't do that.
And surprisingly, there's a lot of tense moments, even in the world that inside Riley's head. Even those scenes, like with joy and sadness trying to overcome all obstacles, even that's tense. As if, like, in real life it wasn't tense enough.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just that you could feel the desperation from both sides. And it's just... it's good.
It is. So... that's pretty much all to say. I mean, I know we've... how many minutes has it been? 11 minutes. That's pretty much all there is. It's good. If you love Pixar so much for what it has done, go see it. You will love it. It's clever, it's funny, it's dramatic, it's heartwarming, it's everything a good family film should be. So, go see it.
It's probably the best Pixar film I've seen in a while.
Yep. I think it made my top 5.
Oh yeah, top 5 Pixar
just like that.
movies.
Maybe I need another viewing to see. Maybe I need to see the bigger picture of it, but it's so good.
It is. I agree. And I love the little details, like how Riley's emotions can't agree on anything, but the adults have their emotions just kind of all work together. And I think that's just kind of a statement on maturity. Like when we're kids, we're still trying to figure things out.
Kids are more energetic, so there would be a reason why our emotions are a little more unstable.
Yeah. Well, adults, they're more mature.
They're more controlled.
They understand situations, and they are able to act upon them accordingly. So that's how I see it.
So, I loved it.
I loved it too.
And that is our review. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And that is all. Take care.
Bye.